Okay, crocheters. This is Tori with ATL Creations. I had been getting a lot of questions about how to graph on a blanket, and I'm gonna show you. It's easy. It's not really hard. As long as you know how to crochet, you good. It's not really hard. And as long as you know your stitches, you good. But in this tutorial, let me tell you something. You must count. If you don't count, you're going to have an uneven blanket. You're going to also have a messy blanket if you don't count. So you got to know to count, and you got to know how to switch over. And you also have to know how to change colors. So let me see. Okay, so this blanket right here that I'm doing is 125 by 125. You do have to center your graph, and this is graphing paper right here that I print online. It's a software that I use, PC Stitch, so that helps me in printing my graphs. That is the best thing, because I used to do it by hand, and that took all day. It took me like an hour or so to. This right here probably took me a whole day, and then the next day I'll have to start graphing. But PC Stitch is what I use. They're a pretty good brand, but not saying that I know how to use it the best way, but just enough to put my graphing on the paper and put my names on the blankets. Okay, so let's start. Okay, like I said again, my blanket is 125 by 160, but my width is 125. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom in right here. You see my A. My A is actually gonna be white on the blanket, and my blanket is actually red. So I'm gonna point so you can see. Okay, so this is what it left me with. And then you may ask, like, okay, if you have to do it by hand, the grafting, and do it by pencil and put the name on the paper, it's a lot harder because it's so hard to make sure that you have the A in the right place to the B, and you may be off centered. So PC Stitch is a good grafting tool for you. I recommend it. I don't even want to talk about grafting by hand because that's the worst. That's for the birds. Okay, so you see that after I center everything, I have 4 stitches before I start my grafting. So you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4. That's my red. Just remember, all of this is red. Let me show you. All of this is red. In between is red. In between is red. So don't forget to change over your colors. Okay, so my 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, is red. So on the 4th stitch, you need to change your color, which is, mine is going to be white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On my 6th stitch, I need to change my color and change it back to red, because that's in the middle. That's the blanket. This the blanket. This is the color of the blanket, your main color of your blanket. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. On my 7th stitch, I need to change my color and change back over to white. 1, 2, 3, 4. Change my color again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Change on my color to red, right? You know, this all red. Change on my color again to white. And this one, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. On my 14th stitch, I need to change back over to red. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I need to change back over to white. 1, 2, 3, 4. On my 4th stitch, I need to change back over to red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. On my 7th stitch, I need to change back over to white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's 5. Now I need to change back over to red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So on my 5th stitch, I need to change back over. Now let's see how many white I have to do. Stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So on my 14th stitch, I need to change my color again. 1, 2, 3, 4. On my 4th stitch, I need to change back over to the white, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On my 5th stitch, I need to chain back over to the red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On my 6th stitch, I need to change my color back over to white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on my 5th stitch, I need to change back over. We almost done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On my 5th stitch, I need to change back over to white. This right here is, this row right here is 15. On my 15th stitch, I need to change back over to red. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me tell you about when you get to the end of the blanket. Make sure that you're doing your chain, and make sure that you know what stitch that you're on. I always chain 1 because I was in my blanket with a single stitch no matter what I land on. Like it could be a half double and it could be a single, but I'm still, it could be a half double. Let me see. It can be a single and I need another single for my end. I'm gonna make 2 singles because I always need that single for my end. I have tried and tried again to put a double at the end, and when you put a double at the end, you have to chain 2. It doesn't work for me. I can still find my stitches and it's still gonna curve my blanket, or it's always gonna make my ends uneven. So I always end with a single stitch. So that's a little trick dealing with the blanket so you can have even ends. But in order to have even ends, you must count to get to your ends. So don't think because you know how to do a straight line when you first beginning that you got it. No, you still have to count. We all have to count. Sometimes we have to put the hook down and you have to count. Another thing to help you guys is to know your singles, your half double, and your doubles. Okay, with a single, like I said, you will do a chain. You'll chain up, and your doubles, you will chain. Half double, you will chain 2. Doubles, you'll chain 3. But like I said, what I do, this is just for me and not for you. So don't come for me talking about what that's wrong. No, that's what I do. Mine is good. So just worry about yours, not mine. I'm trying to help some people that want to learn how to graph. But yeah, I do singles at the end, and it helps keep my blanket straight. But like I said, you still have to count. Don't forget, count your ends to make sure that you still on track and you still have enough that you, if I start off with 125, my blanket, every time I go on the row, it should be 125. It shouldn't decrease at all. Meaning that if you don't chain 1 or chain 2 or chain 3, it's gonna decrease. So make sure you're doing your chaining, okay? All right, so can't tell you what kind of blanket I'm gonna do, but I'll post some blankets so you can see how my work is. I do make sure that when I do send out my work is neat, and that the person is gonna be grateful for having a neat crocheter, because some of the work that I've seen, it is so sloppy, y'all. Come on now, can't be giving people that kind of stuff. You got to make sure that it's neat. And let me tell you something for y'all beginners, if you see that it's not right, please don't send it. Don't ask nobody, is that neat? You know it's not. You can see it. You know it's not right. Don't let your mind play games on you, because if you start off like that, you'll end off like that. So go ahead and make sure that you're doing neat crocheting, okay? Meaning that sometimes when I see like crocheters that they don't have a neat stitch, because sometimes you can hold your needle wrong. It's crazy, but it can be wrong. It shows you in books how to hold your needle. Like if you're a left-hander, I can't help you because that's the hardest thing. I have taught so many right-handers because I'm right-handed. So it is hard for me to teach a left-hand person how to crochet. But it's a lot of good ones out there. I ain't knocking them now. I just can't teach them how to crochet. I have taught some, but it's not many because whew, that's a lot of work when it's the opposite from you. Okay, so like I said, my name is gonna be white, and my blanket is gonna be red, and yeah, I'm gonna have a good old time. So it usually takes me like to do 125 by 160, probably like 10 days. 10 days to do that. If I wasn't working, it would take me probably like 7 days to do a 150 by 160. It would take me 10 days to do that. Usually it take people longer, but I crochet so fast, it doesn't take me that long, especially if I'm not busy. If I'm busy, it's going to take me a little long because I do work full time. Okay, so if you guys have any questions for me, please feel free to contact me, message me, and I'll get back with your questions. If you would like another video on anything, you need help on anything, just let me know. And that's it. So please comment and subscribe. Please, no bad comments. I don't accept them anyway, so I don't do trollings. So, but I'm letting you know, I don't play those games when it comes to that trolling stuff, and you should be uplifting people and trying to help them and make it better. So you never hinder anybody, because what I have learned, that hurt people, so you can't hurt me. I'm the hurter, so don't come for me. All right, guys. Have a good day. Thank you. Bye-bye.